everyone, it's Karen from the Geordie Grandma. Welcome back to my channel, and this is part 4 of my trip to Dubrovnik, where we went a few weeks ago. And today's video is our day trip to Lokrum Island that we took from Dubrovnik Old Town. It's an absolutely beautiful island. It was apparently where Richard the Lionheart washed ashore when his ship was wrecked in 1192. But I think Game of Thrones fans will probably know it better as the City of Qarth, where Daenerys goes and visits, because they used a lot of the Lokrum Island as sites for those episodes. So it's only a 10-minute boat ride from Dubrovnik Old Town, and it was quite nice to see the sights as we went across on the boat. You do get a map when you buy a ticket, so you can find your way around the island. There's different points that you can go and look at. This is the monastery at Lokrum Island. As you first go into the monastery, there's actually an exhibit, a Game of Thrones exhibit, where you can go and sit on the Iron Throne and have your photo taken, and there's lots of video footage of the cast of Game of Thrones talking about their experience of being in Dubrovnik, which was really nice to listen to. So this is the monastery ruins that you can walk around. There's lots of gardens on Lokrum Island, and it's very beautifully kept, very peaceful there as well. It was an absolutely glorious day the day we went here. Really hot. I think it was about 29 degrees, which is very hot for me. So it was nice to have a walk around these ruins. And as you went through the ruins, you came out onto a lovely restaurant. There is quite a few restaurants on Lokrum Island. We decided to have some lunch here. Here's me looking shattered. We had a pint of beer and a cup of coffee. And I actually had some chilled cucumber soup, which was really delicious. This is the Maximilian Gardens on Lokrum Island. Very well kept again. Beautiful. I think part of this was featured in Game of Thrones. You can see the restaurant from there as well. Lots of peacocks on Lokrum Island, tons of them just wandering around everywhere, and there's some baby ones, so cute. And actually it's so well known for its peacocks that Game of Thrones actually featured peacocks in the scenes on City of Qarth. You can see them dotted around. They were very tame. There's lots of areas to walk around on Lokrum Island, lots of kind of wooded areas, very pretty, very peaceful. It's a nice walk. This is our walk down to the Legends of Lokrum exhibition, which is in the basement of this building, and tells you more about Richard the Lionheart and the monks that lived on the island, the Benedictine monks. This is going down into the basement here. You can actually get an audio guided tour of it. And I think there are Game of Thrones tours on the island as well, and they probably take you in here. I think they were actually doing some other stuff to it while we were there, because there seemed to be a bit of building work going on, maybe adding to it. And these steps go down into where the basement, or the cellar where the monks were. Which is actually supposed to be cursed by the Benedictine monks, because they were evicted from Lokrum Island.
The monks.
And they put a curse on the island on anybody who owned it. I didn't actually feel any ghostly presences while I was there. And after that it was back out into the sunshine and a walk down to the sea. Some spectacular views from here and lots of areas where people were swimming. You can see lots of lounges there and parasols where you can lie and relax. Another peacock there. Great place for picnics as well. Like I say, there is lots of restaurants and, well, not lots, but there is a few restaurants and cafes on Lokrum Island, and if you go at the right time you can get happy hour where you get 30% off your food and drink. There's the rocky bits there if you want to go and do a bit of rock pooling. Sort of a man-made jacuzzi. There was actually people diving off these rocks, which you'll see in just a minute. I don't think I would quite wanted to have done that. They're braver people than I am. You'll just see them in the distance here as it pans around. There you go, quite a few of them going to jump off. Wow. I don't think it was very high, but I still wouldn't have wanted to do it. More sunbeds there. Bit more in the shade. And this is the Dead Sea area, which was absolutely beautiful, and I was really annoyed with myself because I didn't take a swimsuit. If I had it done, I would have definitely gone in there. It just looked so nice. The video doesn't do it justice. It was really beautiful there. We spent quite a while just sitting there watching it. Very nice. So if you do go, take your swimsuit. This is the path to paradise, which people might know from Game of Thrones. I think this is the steepest hill I've ever climbed. I just hope it's worth it when we get to the top. It was a very steep path, very steep. I was absolutely shattered by the time I got to the top. And it leads up to Fort Royal. Again, some more steps. I did about 17,000 steps that day. This is inside the fort at the top of that path. Nice and cool in there after the sun. And again, more steps. Not very accessible if your mobility is not very good. In fact, not really accessible at all, I suppose. This is at the top of the fort, and the views are really beautiful. Okay, so the views from the top were definitely worth the climb. It is absolutely spectacular up here. This was the path going back down, not very stable at all. And this is the pathway leading back to the main areas, the monastery, but I think we took a wrong turn somewhere. Okay, we're wandering through the forest on Lokrum Island, and I'm not sure we have a clue where we're going. So let's see where we end up. Down this path, do you think? Whoa. We definitely took the wrong path somewhere, but we can hear people, so I think we're on the right road now. We found our way out. We have been rescued. And now we're having an ice cream.
And after that rest in the cafe with our beautiful ice cream, we had walked back to the bay, to get our boat back. Lots of tree frogs on Lokrum Island. Well, we didn't actually see any. This is the queue to get back on the boat. I highly recommend, if you go to Dubrovnik, I highly recommend a day trip to Lokrum Island. It's a fabulous day. You can spend a full day there, but like I said, take a swimming costume and maybe a packed lunch if you don't want to spend money eating out. As always with the other 3 videos, I'm leaving you with some photographs here that I took. There's so much to see there. I couldn't video all of it, but it is a beautiful place, very clean, very peaceful, and lots to look at. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you get to visit. If you've already visited, let us know in the comments what you thought of it. I think it was my favourite part of my holiday to Dubrovnik. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon, and bye for now.